good to be back. It is so good to be here. I've got a long way to get back home. And it's 15,000 miles, 48 states, 6 weeks, 130 plus cities, an America that's ready to elect a Republican majority. It's one of those things where you get out there, you don't know how it's going to go, and you kind of get a feel for it, and right out of the box, right at the initial jump-off point in D.C., the energy was there. And then it just goes from there. You go into Virginia, into the Carolinas, and then you're into Georgia and Florida, and then it just takes off. And then you come back here, in a place where they tell you, oh, it's an uphill climb, it's Maryland, it's difficult. And you feel and you see and you hear that same energy that you heard in Texas, in Mississippi, in Michigan, California. It's here. You are going to make the difference this Tuesday. We win because you won us. I am so grateful to be in a position to kind of move the elephant. When I became chairman, I called it, we've got to turn the elephant. We've got to turn the elephant, and the elephant has to turn to face itself and its shortcomings and where we've made mistakes in the past. But then it has to turn and point its trunk to the future. Proud, strong, bold. And the people will trust and follow our leadership. And a funny thing happened on the way down that road. Virginia, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and now you get a chance to continue that trek of the elephant as we move down this road to November 2nd, because it is important, and it has never been more important, that you re-elect one of the finest governors we have had in this state in over a generation. And that's my friend. Where is he? Bob Ehrlich. Maryland needs Ehrlich because Maryland cannot afford O'Malley. The crazy sloganeering, the inattention to the everyday lives of everyday people has to end. And you get to end it. You get to shut it down. You get to send him packing by what you do over the next 4 days. Getting out there, touching a voter, grabbing a neighbor.
Watch yourself, Gordon.
I am. pulling friends and families to the polls. That's what we need you to do. That's what we need you to do. You have an incredible leadership team here in this state that has put down the gauntlet, who has laid down the foundation, created the platform from which we will launch victory this Tuesday. And you've got one of the most infectious, one of the most outgoing, one of the most tenacious chairmen in the country in Audrey Scott. Absolutely. I learned a long time ago, don't mess with Audrey. It's easier just to do it and just get it done. And that's what she's about, and she's made an enormous difference for this party over the past year. And we thank you so much, Audrey, for your leadership. You helped us get to this point of ways. Part of her team is my cohort and friend for a long time, and we have been through the battles and the wars together, Louis and I, and it's one of those things that we get to have to fight twice here in Maryland and nationally, on behalf of our party, where we're out there pushing and pulling and making sure that not only are we relevant, not only are we real, but that we're in a position to have a conversation with the American people. From his service as chairman of county party, to his service as national committee man, his service as chairman of our party, it is a great honor to have Louis Pope, our national committee man, rounding out that team is Joyce Terahese, our national committee woman, who has been a phenomenal stalwart, former chair of our party as well. She has just been an excellent role model of Republican leadership in the party, and so it's always an honor to give props to her. So I'm very excited about what she has to do. And please extend to Joyce my good wishes, and I hopefully see her on Tuesday.
Yeah, you should see her at the next stop.
Oh, she's going to be the next stop. Well, there you go. I'll see her and I'll tell her myself. Well, I just want to know, are you guys ready to fire Pelosi?
Yeah!
You got to do something first to do that. You got to hire Annie. Number 39. Number 39. You got a guy here who can go into the Congress on day one and knows what the heck is going on from a financial, from a health care, from a business, from a policy perspective. There's no learning curve here. He's engaged, he's ready, and the only way it works is if you get him there. And so that's going to require a little extra love and action on your part over the next few days. You're going to have to step it up and step into this fight. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is not for those who think that someone else is going to do it. It will not get done unless you do it. Making the phone calls. This is an enormously important victory center. This place for the next 72 hours has to be humming. I mean busy. With phone calls, people coming out, grabbing signs, putting those signs up, walking precincts, knocking on doors. That's how we win here. That's how my good friend, Michael James, becomes your state. Come on over here. Come on over here. Becomes your state. Coming from our Democrat friends who, may be somewhat this and somewhat that. They're not Michael. They're not him. You know his heart. You know this man has been an anchor in the community. He's built businesses. He's struggled through good times and bad times with this community. And he's ready to serve you, a servant of the people. So help a brother out and elect him. Until they make it. We don't need people pretending. Credible, I don't care how conservative he says he is, he's going to vote for Nancy Pelosi on the first day in Congress. That's all I need to know for him to go. That's all I need to know for him to go. So ask him, are you going to vote for Nancy? And if he says no, then watch them take all the money back. So he ain't saying no. He's voting for Nancy. First vote. The most important vote. Former congressman and soon-to-be governor again can tell you what it's like. That first vote. He was in the class of '94. He knows what that first vote means. His vote as a member of that class elected Newt Gingrich Speaker of the House. His vote as a member of the class of 2010 is going to elect a new Republican Speaker. And that's what we want.